I want to have a conversation about QuickBooks for LLC. I want to talk to you about the pros, the cons, how to set it up, everything. So if you have an LLC right now, it doesn't matter whether you have a single member LLC, a multi-member LLC, and you're looking at ways to integrate QuickBooks into your accounting and your financial reporting systems. Here is a review. Here is the overview, rather, that you want to pay attention to. So first, let's really go back to the origin, so to speak. So what is QuickBooks? So QuickBooks is one of the best accounting software to choose if you are looking for, let's say, an easy way to manage payments, invoicing, and expense tracking for your LLC or business in general. And this accounting software is very accessible on any device, so it doesn't matter whether you want to track payments, you want to track things on your iPhone, your Android. This is really good, but you need to set it up properly. You need to set up the QuickBooks, I would say, configuration properly so that you can enjoy the benefits. And so the thing is, it's important to understand that when we talk about QuickBooks, a lot of times people don't understand. It's not just for a small business also. I mean, if you are a startup, you also have, because QuickBooks does offer a large constellation of services. So if you are a startup, you have a QuickBooks, I would say, software tool that is great for you. Small business, not a problem. If you are a medium-sized business, not a problem. And there are also basically some versions of QuickBooks that can be compatible with large businesses. So overall, you have a tool that is sleek. We love the interface. And again, they've been doing this for 40 years. So QuickBooks is not really a newbie on the market here, okay? And it's really great to think about the fact that you are able to provide a constellation of capabilities and functionalities when you use QuickBooks for your LLC. So, and you are able to really see exactly what really happens to your inventory, for example, to your financial reporting, to your payables, to your receivables, and so on and so forth. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. And in today's conversation, we want to quickly talk about QuickBooks for your LLC. So here are the pros and cons. Pros. QuickBooks can really help you with expense tracking, invoicing, time tracking, and payroll. And it allows easy integration with other software. It offers phone support, and it is accessible via mobile app. Just fantastic. What about the cons here? Well, the payroll features cost extra. It lacks e-commerce features, and QuickBooks Online's lowest tier offers only community support and help articles, and it's very easy to create duplicate transactions by error. So it is something that QuickBooks has to fix. Now I want to talk to you about the steps. So here we want to talk about how to set up QuickBooks for your LLC. Again, I want to specify the fact that I'm not just talking about single member LLC. It's for all kinds of LLCs. Okay, whether you're a single member LLC, a multi-member LLC, a partnership, you really will find this tutorial very interesting. So how do you set up QuickBooks for LLC? Now, to enjoy the features and benefits, you need to have the right account. So first of all, you need to prepare your company information and documents. So here we're speaking about going back to the fundamentals here for your LLC. So you have to pay attention to your business type. So business type here, it's LLC, okay? But you have to specify whether you are a single member LLC or a multi-member LLC, because this has implications from a tax and reporting perspective. Because for example, when it comes to tax, when it comes to the IRS treats the single member LLC as what? A disregarded entity. In other words, it's like for all intents and purposes, it's kind of similar to a sole proprietorship. So when you file your taxes, you do not file Form 1065, but you file Form 1040, and you put the income and the expenses regarding the LLC on your Schedule C, Form 1040. Okay, so this is really important to really pay attention to that. So you got to put also your business address. You want to have your email address. Here we're speaking about your company email address, your LLC's email address. You want to think about your website address. And a quick thing about your business address, it's a lot better if you're working from home. I think it's just a lot better based on our analysis, based on our research for the last 20 to 30 years, to choose a virtual mailbox, so that your mail is forwarded to a third party and not coming to your house. Okay, and this will also add prestige to your business. But that's just I'm digressing here. It has nothing to do with your QuickBooks setting. I just wanted to remind you of that. You want to also upload to QuickBooks a digital company logo. You want to have a tax identification number, so your TIN. You also want to have your federal employer identification number, so that's your EIN. And depending on the state you are actually operating from. You might need also a state employer identification number. You want to choose the accounting method. Do you want cash or accrual? You want to also have the capabilities around bank statements and credit card statements. So you need to actually activate those capabilities. So number one, you actually prepare your company information. Number two, you need to set up your company information. So just have the information is not enough. You need to set up things right now. So what you want to do is you want to log into your QuickBooks account. Then you want to click on the gear icon to get into your account settings. And there, what you want to do is you want to select account and settings. It's very straightforward, nothing complicated. And the next thing you want to do here is to click on the company tab. So this is where the juice really is at, because you'll be asked to enter the following information. Just make sure that you double check your data where necessary. Before you enter anything, please double check the data. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are speaking about QuickBooks for LLC. So I'm just giving you all the info you need when it comes to setting up the software tool properly for your LLCs. This is really important to think about. And one thing I also want to say here is that when we talk about, so you want to put things like your company and legal name. So here you want to enter your registered company name and the name you want to appear on invoices, sales forms, and other documents you intend to share with clients. You want to put the company logo. We already spoke about that. So it has to be the digital copy of the logo. Okay, because you want to have like this has to be the company logo. You want to be reflected on documents and forms. You want to enter your employer identification number or social security number. So if you are, let's say, a single member LLC and you don't have an EIN, you can just put your SSN, your social. And it's important to always use an EIN. When we talk about business, we want to really do everything the proper way. So you don't want to mix your personal affairs and your business affairs. So it's just a lot better to apply for an EIN. If you haven't done so already, you can do it online on the IRS's website, or you can actually fill out a form called Form SS4. So this is actually a form that allows you send it to the IRS, and the IRS will actually issue you an EIN. It's pretty straightforward. You have to put your business industry. So you want to enter the type of industry in which your business operates. About the company type. So here you see here we have LLC. In some cases, you have to specify single member LLC or multi-member LLC. Your contact information. So you want to enter here your company email for communication with a QuickBooks administrator. And you can also put the customer facing email address as you want it to appear on forms and documents. Then enter your company phone number, the one you want on invoices and sales forms. Also, you want to enter your website details. The last thing you want to enter here is your company address. So here you want to enter the physical location of your business, which QuickBooks will use to calculate your taxes and subscriptions. Then you want to enter your legal address, which should match the address on file with the IRS. Okay, this is important. This is your customer facing address. Okay, this will appear on forms and documents. The next thing I want you to do here is to define your fiscal year start date. This is important for accounting and financial reporting purposes, okay? And so be very clear about, usually most LLCs will choose January 1st to December 31st, but maybe you are in an industry where market conditions, customer trends, or competitor trends, or just anything else in the industry habits, operational habits, have actually instituted different periods. Maybe there are some industries where the fiscal year date starts around March 1st. It could be April 1st. There's a lot of things that really impact, there's a lot of things that drive an industry to choose a certain, not just an industry, an LLC, to choose a certain type of fiscal year date. So you got to really be clear about how things are in your specific industry. Okay, so from the account and settings tab, click on advanced, then accounting. So January is the usual start of a fiscal year, since it is the beginning of the income tax year. However, since your business tax schedule might differ, QuickBooks enables you to designate its start date on your account. So you can also select the time of the year when you want QuickBooks to close your books for the year. And so designating your fiscal fiscal calendar year organizes your tax process and records your when it comes to you transmitting your data to the IRS, okay? And please make sure that nobody does not change your data by error. So next thing you want to do here is you want to choose your accounting method. This is an important element. So to tell QuickBooks what your accounting preference is between cash and accrual, you want to click on the same accounting menu. So you can then select cash or accrual. And what we have seen in our industry is that, and in our research, is that many businesses choose the cash basis accounting method since it immediately tracks income and expenses. But it's just a lot better to go with accrual because this is more the GAAP. This one is more in compliance with US GAAP. Okay, while it is possible to change from cash to accrual accounting or vice versa, it can be challenging. So ensure you know the difference between cash and accrual accounting methods before filling in this section. We advise you once again to go with accrual accounting right off the bat because cash accounting has many limitations. Accrual accounting is the best. The next thing you want to do here, and this is step number 5. So you want to really select your accounting currency. Now, this is an important element, especially if you are, let's say, if you are selling in multiple geographies, if you're selling overseas, if you have clients in foreign land, then you really want to make sure that you want to select your accounting currency. By default, your accounting currency will be set to the US dollar. But hey, listen, maybe you want to set the US dollar, let's say, as the overall currency, but for specific clients, for specific work streams, for specific reports, you want maybe to use the euro, or you want to use the British pound, or the Brazilian real, or the Australian dollar, or the New Zealand dollar, or the, you know, whatever, like or the renminbi. So it really depends on you. It depends on what kind of currency you want. The good thing is that QuickBooks offers a multi-currency feature that allows you to run bank accounts and manage payments with vendors and customers that do not use your home currency. So you want to activate the multi-currency feature to make and accept payments from various currencies on the Accounts and Settings tab. So to do that, you want to click Advanced and select Currency. Next, you want to select your home currency before enabling the multi-currency feature. So this is kind of important to really think about. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about QuickBooks for LLC, how to set it up, the pros and cons. I'm just walking you through everything so you have a clear idea. If you have an LLC, you are interested in using QuickBooks, this is the video you definitely want to watch multiple times. Next, step 6, you need to set your net payment terms. Okay, so on the Account and Settings tab, you want to select Sales and then Sales Form Content. And this setting will tell customers when you expect them to pay you. And your selected duration will become your default net payment term within which your customers must pay you. Okay, the good thing is that you can always adjust payment terms on QuickBooks. However, if you choose to be paid right away, select Due Upon Receipt. So this is great. And now, of course, you have to negotiate the payment terms with your customers because it's like you can't say, well, you know, due upon receipt, and then the customer is thinking, well, I thought you had set me up as a net 30 or net 45 account. So make sure that you actually talk to your customers and that you and the customer have agreement on what kind of payment terms you expect. The next thing I want you to do here is to set up sales tax. Okay, so when we talk about setting up sales tax, this is kind of important. This is driven by geography here. So this is why originally I was just talking to you about setting up your company information. So the address from which you actually, the address where you are located, where your business is operating from, will play an important role when it comes to sales tax implementation. So if you sell products and your state requires that you collect sales taxes, you will need to set up your sales tax. And QuickBooks will guide you through the sales tax setup process, which includes entering information about your products and where you sell them. It will also identify customers and items that are tax exempt. And the good thing is that you can also set up QuickBooks automated sales tax feature, which calculates sales tax on invoices and receipts and notifies you about, you know, taxes due. So this is kind of cool in terms of like efficiency, in terms of reporting optimization. This is really good. And so to set up sales tax on QuickBooks, you want to select taxes on the menu list at the left side of your dashboard. It's pretty straightforward. When you enter a QuickBooks dashboard, you will see it. Then you want to click on Set up Sales Tax. So this will show you your business address to review. So later on, you can edit your settings to tell QuickBooks about tax agencies that pertain to your business operations. Again, going back to what I said, everything relates to your geography. So your geography will drive all information about the sales tax here. So next, you want to choose the number of tax filing reminders you want by selecting filing frequency. Then include your start date and save your entries. The next thing you want to do is you want to turn on inventory tracking. So QuickBooks will help your business with inventory management. So it tracks what's in your inventory, alerts you when you are running low on items, and gives reports on your sales and purchases. And the cool thing is you can set up QuickBooks inventory features before you get paid, and you can do it online for QuickBooks Online or Advanced, so you can choose. So go to Account and Settings, then select the Sales tab. Then you can enable QuickBooks inventory tracking feature. The next thing I want you to do here is the step number 9. You want to use the QuickBooks test drive. So the thing is that, this is kind of cool because we actually recommend you use the QuickBooks test drive to see what QuickBooks for LLC looks like when it is up and running. So you have a clear idea what's going to happen, okay? And it allows you to, so if you are able to do this, you can actually start by clicking New on the left side of your dashboard, then select the Invoices tab, input data to see how QuickBooks Online invoicing works. So again, it's all about you testing, testing the software to see how it really operates, and so you can have a clear idea about what to expect. So I walked you through the steps that are needed to set up QuickBooks for LLC. And in the bonus category here, I just want to really explain a few other things. Now, there is no, in our view, there is no significant difference when it comes to setting up QuickBooks for LLC or QuickBooks for S Corporation or QuickBooks for C Corporation. Not really. It's just that right now, a lot of small businesses in this country are primarily set up as LLCs. So we thought it would really make sense to do this show around LLCs only. But we are having other shows in preparation that will cover QuickBooks for C Corporation or S Corporation if those videos are really requested by the public. Okay. And so one thing I want to say here is that if you make a mistake while setting up your QuickBooks account, you are able to edit your information with no problem. Okay. So QuickBooks enables you to edit your account information and details. So all you need to do is, if you need to change something, is to go to your dashboard, click Settings, and then select Account and Settings. Then there, you can select any item you want to update. Not a problem at all, okay? But just please remember, when you're done, you always want to save and select Done. That way, the system will update your data, so you have so next time you log in, you will have the new information. And the good thing is that when you have proper information, you are able to start your tax filing responsibilities faster. You can do it more openly and more quickly. But one thing I need to say here is that QuickBooks does not file taxes with the IRS. They don't do it. They only help businesses track their income, expenses, and tax information. Okay, so QuickBooks is not designed to file your taxes. You will need to file your taxes yourself, or you need to hire an LLC tax filing service to really take care of that thing for you. Okay. And one thing I want to say here is that if you want to really learn QuickBooks real fast, there are ways to learn QuickBooks. I mean, you have a community online, you have a Facebook page, Facebook groups. Okay. And there are a lot of resources out there for you to learn QuickBooks really quickly for your LLC. You will find video tutorials and test guides on how to set up and use QuickBooks on the training and resources page of QuickBooks. And you can reach QuickBooks support team or join the user community. So you do have a large constellation of options out there when it comes to using this tool for your LLC. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was quickly talking to you about QuickBooks for LLC. I gave you the overview and then the steps And in the bonus category, I just explained to you a few more things. Thank you. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.